You hide your scars behind the perfect.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kate Trance. This is Trance Music Addicted TV, and please welcome Queen of the Night, Susana. Good evening, Susana. How are you?
Good, good. It's good to see you again.
Well,
Last time was like 2 years ago, I think, at Untold Festival.
yes, it was absolutely great time, and we still recall interview with you. Susana, you came back on the stage after a short break. Congratulations. I know that you became a mom. How things have changed for you, and how is small Marley?
Oh yeah, he's adorable. Yeah, I have like thousands of pictures on my phone. But yeah, I became a mom in June. So this whole year has been a little bit slow on the work front. Yeah, it's life-changing, I mean, obviously. And I'm enjoying it. Like the first period, it's intense. You don't sleep, and all of a sudden you have a baby that you already immediately love so much, but they're so small and fragile, and you're like, oh, am I doing it right? Are we doing it right? But now he's 5 months, and I think me and his father, we got a little bit used to being parents, and we understand him better. And yeah, he starts to it's not like talking, but baby talk, like sometimes he says like mama, mama. I'm not sure he knows that I'm mama, but I like to think that he's already mentioning me. Yeah, and he's smiling a lot, and if he's not hungry and if he's not sleepy, then he doesn't cry, and he's like a happy baby. So yeah, this is a really nice phase. But this is actually going to be my first gig after becoming a mom, and the first night that I'm away from him. So
How do you feel before your first gig after break?
I'm excited for it actually, and I'm handling it better than I thought I would. And it's just really good to come to Poland. I haven't been here for the longest time. I think the last time was Armin only.
In 2011, 12 years
Yes, something like that. So that's way too long, because I remember the crowd in Poland is just amazing. And so yeah, I'm definitely excited, and I think this is a really great show to start coming back to touring again.
Well, we are extremely happy that you visited Poland again. Tonight, you are going to perform with Ram. A few months ago, you released your remix of your track, You Are Enough. What is the story behind the lyric, and can we expect from you and Ram something more?
You Are Enough, we already released it I think right at the start of the pandemic. Like we had these big plans with Tales of Life, and then we released the first single, You Are Enough, and then after that, we all know what happened. The world kind of came to a halt. But You Are Enough, yeah, the title already says it, that no matter, what's happening in your life, or what you look like, or maybe mistakes you've made in the past, you are enough, you don't really have to change who you are to be worthy of love and to be a worthy person. So that's what the lyrics are about, which I think is something we all need to hear sometimes.
That's true.
Yeah, like just you being you without putting in any effort, you're already worthy of love and having a good life and being happy.
What about Ram? Can we expect from your duo something more in upcoming future?
Yes, we are working hard. I think at the moment we're working on like 3 or 4 new songs, because now that the pandemic is over and I'm back from maternity leave, we really want to pick up the pace and take Tales of Life to where we imagined it would be. So we're definitely working on some new materials, some interesting collabs with other artists in the scene as well with Tales of Life. So I actually just recently got like my own studio room, because I always used to write and record from home. But now, yeah, that's a little bit harder with a baby at home. And and now I have my own space, so that's really helping me to be creative, that I have my own space to work in. So yeah, definitely next year we will have some more new music for you guys.
That sounds really, really amazing. I really can't wait. Exciting news. This is your third time in Poland. First time in 2008, Armin Only Imagine. Second, as we said at the moment, Armin Only Mirage in 2011. Do you remember something from that visits in Poland?
Yeah, I like my most vivid memory is from Armin Only in Poznań. The 2011, I think. Around that was around the time that I released my album Closer on Armada, and the track Closer with Omnia and the Blizzard. Armin asked me to perform it as the first track of the Armin Only show, and I remember being still backstage and the intro of the song was playing. And I could hear the crowd, the Poznań crowd, like the anticipation. I could feel the energy was growing. Like, I guess they recognized the song or something. There was this energy, and I remember, like, yeah, it just gave me goosebumps all over. So that's a moment that I will always remember. So whenever I think of Poland and the Polish crowd, that's the first thing I think about.
Well, we still remember because me and my camera guy, we was at that.
Oh, really?
Yes, we was on both Armin Only. We are a huge fan of Armin Only, so you are a legend of Armin Only.
Yeah, I was actually on the first two tours. That one in Poznań was the second tour, but the first one we did, the Imagine tour. Just comparing that to the tours he does now with this big stages and all the lights, that first one was more small, you know, more simple. We brought our own outfits, and now for the Mirage shows, they had stylists and stuff. So it's interesting to also see the development in the Armin Only show. But I think especially, maybe because it was the first Armin Only tour and because it was a little bit more simple, that for me was also the most special tour. It was also the first time I actually went on a big tour with a large group of artists. And I thought it was just so inspiring. We became really close, the crew and the artists, and it was actually on that tour that I felt really inspired to be more than just a voice in the trance scene, but also an artist in the trance scene.
From 11 years, I'm dreaming about making interview with Armin. Can you tell me something about Armin, something that I might don't know?
Ooh, let me think about that. Well, you know, I've been... did you know that I sang at his wedding?
No.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we used to live in the same place, Leiden. Yeah, and they got married. I don't remember the year, but maybe also around 2010 or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, and he asked me. I remember I was in Beirut, and then Armin rang me. And he was like, we're getting married, and would be amazing if you would want to sing at our wedding. And I ended up singing the Ave Maria.
Wow.
And I remember it was with Armin's brother, Eller, on guitar. And they were getting married in a church, and everything was white. It's really beautiful. And the church was full of people from the trance scene, like Marcus Schulz and all these type of artists. And I was like, oh my God, I have to sing the Ave Maria, which is really difficult.
No pressure.
No pressure. And it's a wedding, you know, you don't want to mess it up. And I just remember sitting there and singing and thinking, his wife's name is Erica, and don't look at Erica, don't look at Erica. Wherever you look, don't look at Erica, because I thought, if I look at her, I'm going to cry. And then I looked at her briefly, and I was like, okay, no, I shouldn't look at her. And later she told me the same, like, I was afraid to look at you because I didn't want to cry. So that was a really beautiful, beautiful moment.
I know that you educate people in show business, how to become a star, how to make career. Can you give me an advice before interview with Armin?
Well, I think probably because you're such a big fan, maybe you would be a little bit nervous. And I always talk about having a growth mindset. Have you heard of the growth mindset?
Yes.
That you go into something thinking like, I'm just gonna do this step by step. If I make a mistake, that's totally okay. I'm human, I'm learning. And to just enjoy the process, you know, and enjoy the experience. Because I think often we are too focused on the outcome of something that we really look forward to or that has been a dream of ours, that we kind of forget to enjoy the road to realizing that dream.
Oh God, my road to this interview is about 11 years. Seriously. You mentioned it about mental. In my head, the problem was mental. So I'm working a year and a half on my mental,
Yeah.
and that was life-changing decision.
Mm-hmm. I think mindset at the end of the day is everything. You can be the most talented person, you can be the best interviewer in the world, or, you know, but if it's all about having courage and having the right mindset and not, letting yourself be held back by what they call like limiting beliefs about yourself or other people or the world or what people may think, or if maybe you will fail. No, just so the mindset, I think, is everything at the end of the day.
Yes, that's true. I'm going to share with you something. First 10 years, I was working on my work, on my job. Last year and a half, I work on myself, and that was life-changing decision.
Wow, congrats.
Thank you very much.
There are not
Thank you.
many people who are brave enough. They dream about it, but they never actually take that leap. So,
I have to have a courage to make a decision about work on myself, and I have to be really stubborn and pick consequences to continue that very, very difficult process. Believe me, it wasn't easy, and I'm still doing it. So, I believe that it's worth of. Hi guys. Hey, how are you?
leave it up to Ram to interrupt an interview. Guys, we're busy. Go away.
Okay. In April next year, you're gonna turn into 40. Do you have any plans for celebration?
I actually thought about having a party at home, but nothing just for friends and family. I think that would be nice. I didn't really celebrate my birthday for a few years, but turning 40 is something I would definitely want to celebrate. Yeah, for sure.
What was the golden moment in your career so far?
The golden moment. Well, there's a lot of amazing, life-changing moments, you know, that I will never forget. But I think I would have to say my concert, Susana 15, to celebrate my 15th anniversary. As some of you may know, I organized an acoustic concert performing acoustic versions of my songs and collaborations with a mini orchestra, an ensemble of 9 live musicians. And it was such an amazing night, and just so wonderful to see people like coming from Japan and Canada and Germany, and it really exceeded my expectations, and it felt like it was the culmination of everything I had learned and done, and the friendship and relationships I had built in Trance. Yeah, for sure.
What was the moment that you don't regret in your almost 40 years life?
That I don't regret. I think generally speaking, you should have no regrets, because I believe things kind of happen for a reason, and even if things didn't work out the way you wanted to, there's always, like, it's so cliche, but there's always a lesson to be learned. And I always like to think like, okay, maybe that thing did not happen, or I made that mistake because something else was meant for me, or there's a lesson I still had to learn before being ready to reach the goal that I had in mind, or whatever that was at that time. So I would say no regrets.
Susana, at the end, what can we wish you?
Wish me?
Yes, what can we wish you?
Okay, maybe just to have fun tonight. On stage.
Susana, so thank you so much for the interview. It was an honor for me, you know that, and have fun tonight.
Yeah, it was so good to talk to you again, and good luck with all the interviews and the videos. And I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that you'll get your interview with Armin.